So you may not be comfortable with the amount of money that you make. Get it, right? Why is that? Well, there's a million different reasons, but I want to ask you a unique question. Imagine that you could go back in time and ask your 18-year-old self what they thought about the amount of money that you make right now. I've asked that question of audiences and professionals for years, and every single time I ask it, I get the same answer. They go, the 18-year-old version of me would have been amazed at how much money that I make now. But are you? Are you fully satisfied with the amount of money that you make? Well, you're not. So the question is, how much money is enough, right? Well, there was an interesting study done at Princeton University about a decade ago, and it found that once you make $75,000 a year, all of the amount of money that you make above that does not add to your quality of life, does not add to the amount of joy and satisfaction that you feel. Now, we could argue, is $75,000 the right number, but it's probably not $7,500,000, whatever that amount of money is. It's not a ton more than $75,000. So if you're gripped by this constant worry that you don't have enough money, here's some ideas that'll help you generate a little bit of momentum and make some progress right away. First, start measuring the amount of money that you spend. Right? Just understand how much money you spend, right? Because if you don't at least understand the amount of money that you spend, you'll never really understand how much you need. Second, create a budget. Do you know how few people actually have a budget that they live by, that they know I'm going to spend about this much on my mortgage and clothes and so on and so forth? And finally, once you measure what it is that you spend, once you create a budget, the final thing you do is you live within your means and you actually create something called margin. Or as my good friend Peter Dunn, Pete the Planner, says, you build some stability into your life. And your goal there is to recognize that I don't need all the money that I earn, so that if anything were to ever happen to me, I don't need to panic because I've got stability and I've got a little bit of a sense for how much it takes me to live. Put these three practices into place and I promise you're going to feel a whole lot more comfortable with the amount of money that you earn.